we build a nation together. Yeah, we build a nation together. Yeah, we build a nation together. Come, yeah, we build a nation together.
Come together.
I say come, say we build a nation together. We build a nation together. Come, yeah, we build a nation together. Yeah, we build a nation. I say come.
Yes, I say come. Let we build a nation together. Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique belong to all of us. And we have a responsibility to make sure that it's better than we met it. We have a duty, not just to ourselves, but a duty to our children and children, to improve this, to make this place better for them and for theirs. I want to welcome you to the Dynamic Hour. We are off to a late start because I had some technical issues in the studio dealing with. All right. And eventually I was able to overcome that and be on air. And I thank Kim the King for his assistance. I want to start off this morning by playing this little ad because you know this weekend will be the National Democratic Congress convention and rally. The convention will be at the Happy Hill Secondary School and then the rally at the Boucherville playing field. The convention, it's for members, meaning delegates. It's a closed door session or event. It is not for everybody. All right? It is for delegates, and they would elect the executive for the NDC, but it's not open to the public. It is not a public thing, but the rally is a public thing. So you're encouraged to mobilize and organize and be there at the rally on Sunday. All right, so Sunday coming is the rally, and you're invited from near and far, mobilize, organize, and come on down to the Boucherville playing field. So let me just play a little piece of that promo, and then I will come back to talk to you.
Mark your calendars, Grenada, for one spectacular event. Join us at the Boucherville playing field on Sunday, March 2nd for the National Democratic Congress Sensational Rally from 4 p.m. Be inspired by our distinguished guests, including Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit of Dominica and Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre of St. Lucia, plus hear from our very own political leader and Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell and more.
I am a pride.
Enjoy electrifying performances from top artists like Young Man, Booba, Rooney J. Also Mandela Links, Squeezehead, and Muddy.
I am Grenadian. Of course, we always up in the front.
This is your chance to engage, be inspired, and celebrate with us. Don't miss out on this unforgettable rally. Organize your transportation and your flags, bandanas, drums, shells, bells, and head down to Boucherville to be part of this transformation.
Cause I believe in the truth.
So again, just saying it's on Sunday. So mobilize, organize, and be there. All right. We have the Prime Minister of Dominica, Roosevelt Skerrit, and Philip J. Pierre from St. Lucia. They will be on stage at the rally. They will be speaking. They will be a part of the celebrations. So again, I want to encourage you to mobilize and organize yourselves and let's be at Boucherjou on Sunday coming. All right, on Sunday coming. Let's be at Boucherjou on Sunday coming. I want to start off this morning by saying, do not be fooled with the rhetoric coming from the NNP, because you realize the NNP is full of rhetoric. And it's the same type of politics that they rule Grenada with for 23 years and a half. They would come publicly and say that people are being victimized. They would jump on any bandwagon just to get into power. But on their platforms, you're not hearing what they intend to do for Grenada, for the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. And that's the contention. So yes, they're talking, but you're not hearing solutions. You're not hearing plans. What would they do differently? Because they were there for 23 years and a half. And it took the NDC in 2 years and a half to implement the minimum wage, right? To adjust the minimum wage to give workers more money on their salary. It took the NDC to come into power and do that. NNP was there in power for 23 years and a half, and they did not pay the pension and the gratuity to public officers who retired: teachers, nurses, police officers. It could be your brother who retired, your mother, your sister. The NNP did not pay these people their pension, and they were marching and protesting in the streets for it. But the NDC came into power and they paid them the pension and the gratuity, the bi-monthly salary payments for government workers. It took the NDC to come into power and to implement the bi-monthly salary payment. The whole free tuition policy, where young people are getting the opportunity to go back to college and not having to worry about paying the $810, right? Free tuition. The NNP was there for 23 years and a half. They did not do that. The NDC did that, right? So I am saying the NNP, they're on the platform and they're all about the place these days as though election is tomorrow. But I am questioning what are their plans? What are their programs? What would they do differently to help our people here in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique? That is the issue, you know. That's the crux of the matter. In other words, yes, you could talk, you could say stuff, but when it comes to looking at your track record versus what you're saying, it's just not adding up. You were there. Police officers, they were fighting for their pay and grade so that their salary would be up to mark. They would reach the scale. They would get the right salary then. They've been lobbying for years, since 1999. And you did not pay them any mind, any heed. Now the NDC intends to introduce the pay and grade and bring their salaries up to where it's supposed to be. You tell me, a police officer getting more money and money that they rightly deserved years and years ago, they're getting that. They will be getting that come the budget and so on. That will be announced. But the NNP been there so long, 23 years and a half. What they couldn't do during that time that they can do in 5 years, because they want another 5 years. They want to come back into power. But when you listen to them on the platform, You're not hearing policy. You're not hearing programs. You're not hearing plans. You're not hearing anything of substance from the platform, from the different speakers on the NNP side. Because they believe by going on a platform and, saying all kinds of stuff, cursing this minister, attacking this minister, attacking our beloved prime minister, they believe that would get them back into power. That is what they believe. They're convinced that that is how they're going to get back. But the Grenadian people are way more sensible than all of this. Grenadians are smarter. Grenadians are not interested in this Mogalang and this old talk. And let me tell you this. Both political parties, they have followers, they have supporters, and both political parties could mobilize their supporters to come to a meeting. But I am saying we are in 2025. You have to have plans and programs and substance. So the NDC intends to build a number of schools. What the NNP intend to do? All right? If you get power, what would you do differently? Right? The NDC, they are repairing police stations and fixing police stations and so on. NNP been there in power for 23 years and a half. Can we point to any police station that they actually repaired, upgraded, fixed? I would love to know, I would love to know. It took the NDC to come back and fix the St. Paul's police station. It took the NDC to fix the Hillsborough police station. It took the NDC to give the police officers a headquarters, a police headquarters, right? And then you look at some of the smaller police stations. Look at the Grenville police station. They soon will be constructing or building something there, renovating, upgrading, reconditioning, and building something more modern there, right? And then you look at the other police stations in the different districts or the different villages and so on. It took the NDC to do some work on the Gulf police station and other police stations. And we can go on and on and on. I'm saying, what have they done for the police? What have they done for the nurses? You hear them criticizing, condemning, and saying all of those things, right? Nurses have been regularized. Nurses are getting, based on the 13% increase and the fringe benefits. Remember, nurses are getting $500 more in their salary. $6,000 annually more money. The doctors, they're getting $12,000 more in their salary annually. So I am asking, what can the NNP do differently than the NDC? That is what people must ask. And what I love about our Prime Minister, what he will do on Sunday is to outline the promises that the NDC made to the Grenadian electorate and the promises that they were able to fulfill, to deliver on. Because remember, it's a 5-year term. So they have 5 years to deliver on the promises that they made to the Grenadian people. It's a 5-year term. So they have a good 2.5 years to fulfill all the promises, or nearly all, right? But I am saying our beloved Prime Minister would show the nation what the NDC was able to achieve in 2.5 years. And we will be able to compare that to the NNP 23.5 years. Because the NNP is moving so desperate. They're giving you the impression that they lost something and they want it bad, they're hungry for it. And it's power. All they want is power. They're hungry for power. Not to develop Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. Not to build this place. The NNP is not interested in building Grenada, transforming Grenada. No. They're not. They're interested in power. you're power hungry. All you want is power. But we, the Grenadian people, we want more than that. We are not just interested in power. You get in power. We want to know, if you get power, what would you do with it? How would you enhance the lives of the Grenadian people? How would you make the lives of our people better? Because you got power on humpty occasions. In fact, you got absolute power 3 times. You had absolute power 3 times with no opposition. 0 opposition. You got all 15 seats. But what did you do with it? Did you build 2 schools, 3 schools? Did you fix the police stations? Did you fix the clinics and medical stations and so on? Did you give the doctors more money on their salary? Did you give the nurses more money on their salary? Did you give the workers 13% increase? Did you give them 13% increase on their salary and all the fringe benefits? I want to know. I really want to know. The farmers, what did you do for them? Now you have a breeding program in terms of livestock, so we can have good breeds, right, of animals here in Grenada. The government spent millions for that, $4 million or so dollars. Then you have farmers who received plants, who received support, financial support to get themselves back up and running. The farm labor program continues. You have women in agriculture, a good program running. Youth in agriculture, a very good program running. You have the digital workforce initiative. We have 100 or so young people studying ICT, data analysis, how to data security and so on, using information telecommunication, that kind of thing, ICT. Technology, information communication technology. And I'm saying, folks, did you increase the minimum wage for the workers so that they can get more money? All the houses that we see being built and renovated and upgraded and refurbished and so on, for ordinary people, have you done that in any serious way? All the bathroom and toilet that the government was providing, have you done anything to? In other words, I am saying this thing is simple, It's not rocket science. NNP was there for 23 years and a half. And every Monday morning, we are hearing about some convestor, some crook that came into Grenada and conned the NNP administration and took away millions and millions of dollars from all people, from taxpayers' money. And you still want us to put you back there? Well, they really believe that Grenadians are stupid? They believe so? But Grenadians are not. Grenadians are sensible people. We are following current affairs keenly. We are following what is taking place, what is happening in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. We're doing what we're supposed to do as a people. So, NNP, they have meetings, but it's just rhetoric. It's just words. Just talk and more talk. That's all. They believe that we are good just for that. The NNP was not maintaining anything in this country. Nothing. They just let everything run down. Stadium, run down. Our roads, our schools, all kind of facilities. They just make it run down. So the ministries and them, they have to move from that building to that building, mold, leak, all kind of problems. All kind of problems. Right? Because the NNP, they were never about maintaining stuff and fixing stuff and bettering stuff. And I ask my Grenadian people, if not the NDC, with the most honorable Deacon Mitchell, with all that they're doing, then who else? What else? What more do you want from a government? What more do you want? And I think that's a very good question, because you can push it to the limit. But what more do you want? In other words, you have NDC. You have the most Honorable Deacon Mitchell and his team, and they're doing a fantastic job. They're doing a magnificent job, right? I'm saying, tell me. Come on. In other words, you have something good going, and you have somebody else saying, well, I could do better. Okay, well, then prove it. If you could do better, prove it. Let us see you do better. You're in opposition. You all are collecting $10,000 every month. Have you done a project? Have you done anything in your constituency with that $10,000? But you want power. You want to get back in power. Because you believe if you get power, then that's the only time you might be able to do anything or something. But demonstrate that you're able to do something now. Demonstrate that you're able to do something now. But folks, on Sunday, we go into Bushejou, Plainfield. That's where we're heading.
Mark your calendars, Grenada, for one spectacular event. Join us at the Bushejou Plainfield on Sunday, March 2nd for the National Democratic Congress sensational rally from 4 p.m. Be inspired by our distinguished guests, including Prime Minister Roosevelt Scarrett of Dominica and Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre of St. Lucia. Plus, hear from our very own political leader and Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell and more. Enjoy electrifying performances from top artists like Young Man, Booba, Rooney J. Also Mandela Links, Squeezehead, and Muddy.
Of course, we always up in the front.
This is your chance to engage, be inspired, and celebrate with us. Don't miss out on this unforgettable rally. Organize your transportation and your flags, bandanas, drums, shells, bells, and head down to Bushejou to be part of this transformation.
Cause I believe in the truth, and I just wanna live good.
Yes, so again, remember, it's on Sunday. Sunday coming, Bushejou Plainfield. Organize, mobilize, and let us be there. All right. So I'm saying it's a good opportunity for you in your community to organize a bus, to organize your ride, to organize some transportation. And mind you, you can call the constituency offices and so on. They have been putting out information out there, particularly on social media. You know, telling people what bus will be heading to the rally, what time, and that kind of thing. So I hope you, on top of things, mobilize, organize, and let us go there on Sunday for that massive rally at the Bushejou Plainfield. All right? And again, I want to say to you, start asking the question. NNP, what would you do differently? What would you do differently from the NDC? Right? How would you improve the lives of our people? How? In what way do you intend to better the living standard and condition of our people? Because NNP was there, they left 8,700 plus people still using pit latrine, pit toilets. The NDC came and they introduced the WASH program, building modern toilet and bathroom facilities for people, giving them the decency back, giving them the integrity back, giving them the right standing back, the humanity back. So NNP must tell me and you, what would they do differently? What would they change? Because you were there for 23 years and a half. Look at the amount of people who need housing assistance in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Look at the amount of people. But the NDC, step by step by step, they're helping our people. They're turning things around for our people. Look at the amount of roads they constructed, the amount of bridges, the amount of drains, the amount of work they are doing throughout the country. It's amazing. But the NNP, they're on a platform with the same old rhetoric, the same way they run things under their time in power, the same kind of bacchanal, the same kind of controversy, the same kind of back and forth, the same kind of stupidness. The same stupidness. When you look at their platform, you could kind of visualize, if they get into power, what governance will look like. We're going right back, right back. If NNP ever gets power in this country, it's a big if, right? We're going right back. And that is what they want. They want to take Grenada backwards. But we are not interested in that. We are interested in building the country. We are interested in making this place better. Excuse me. Making it better for our children and children. And the best team to do that is the NDC. The Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell and all the MPs, all the caretakers, all the people on the winning team. And I want to applaud them for doing what they are doing. Right? I want to applaud you. Keep going at it. All the NNP wants is power. And you ask them, okay, if you have power, what would you do with it? What would you do differently for our people to make the lives of our people better? Do you have plans, programs, initiatives? What you intend to do? Because you're going on a platform to criticize and condemn and talk all kind of bad things about government and about this minister and that minister. And okay. But after that, after you talk all of that, what are your plans and programs? What are your plans and programs for healthcare, for education, for sports, for youth? What are your plans and programs for housing, for the infrastructure in the country? What are your plans for the human resource of the country, the public service? What are your plans? What do you intend to do different? We want to know, because it's all easy to be on a platform and talk when it comes to substance. Because Grenada, we have not heard any bad news about Grenada in the last 2 years and a half, to 3 years, We have not heard any bad press. We have had influencers, TikTok influencers, Facebook, Instagram, influencers coming to Grenada to promote Grenada, to talk good about Grenada, People traveling from Africa to come here. We've had billionaires coming right here in Grenada. Right here. We have, we have clean investors, decent people coming forward to be on this train, this transformation train. And we should be proud that our name as a country is not tied up and wrapped up in some kind of stupidness. Should be proud of that. Happy about that. I am happy. Because it used to take a toll on me and the Grenadian people when every Monday morning you hear about some white man come and con Grenada, the government, the NNP administration, con them and, run away with how much millions and millions of dollars. We're no longer having that. We're no longer experiencing that. And we have to be proud and happy about it. This is a new type of governance, a new dispensation. And that is what we want. We want a country where, you govern and you don't hear about any convestor, any crook, any fraudster come in and defraud the country or con the country of millions of dollars. And that is what you want as a country. And we are proud of this team. So come Sunday, the rally, it starts at 3 p.m., the rally, and quite a lineup when it comes to entertainment. So I want to encourage you, mobilize and organize and be a part of that. All right? So I want to wish you all the best. We had a late start. We're going to wrap up the program at 9, as usual. 30 minutes of conversation. I am still under the weather because, boy, that cold bad. People who had the cold, let them tell you, that cold bad. I'm getting over it gradually, but it ain't easy. All right? It's not easy. So I want to say to those who have the cold, who have the flu, try to take care of it. Treat it. Treat yourself. Rest. Do what you have to do to get over it. All right? Because baby Zoe, she has the cold. Baby Zeli, she has the cold, and I have the cold here. Because once they have it, I will get it. It's not easy. A lot of kids, they have it. A lot of adults, too, they have that cold. And that cold, rough. Real rough. All right? So, I hope that you're managing it. Good? And getting rid of it. Totally. Folks, have a wonderful day. I want to wish you all the best. I will be back with you tonight. All right? And you realize my tone is a bit different because I'm still under the weather. I still have the cold. Still have that flu. Just giving you that heads up there. A lot of people with it. So I'm not the only person, and I can't play victim in this thing. We have to keep doing what we have to do. Cost it what it may. Cost it what it may. All right? So, folks, have a wonderful day. I'll be back with you tonight, starting from 8 in the p.m. Take good care.